But we'll get back to it. I believe we left off on your family and rebuilding that family bond that you guys once lost, that your grandpa fostered a lot, and he took care of that for everybody, but you had to step up, correct?
Correct. Yeah, so what I had decided a few years ago was, how can I bring everybody together? What's the best way? And so I remember when I was younger, my sister and I had always dreamed of having a big family, getting together for the holidays, having everyone together. So I'm like, okay, I probably should start there. But now how do I do it? So it was just a matter of starting to reach out to people. Yeah. My dad, my aunt and uncle, my grandma, and some siblings that are in the area. And then from there, we did the first year. I cooked everything from scratch for them. It went great. Everything. That first year, I had harvested my own turkey from our hunting land. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's all right.
And then the next year, I was like, okay, I want to kind of go bigger than that. And so what I was doing was reaching out to some of my siblings I knew had issues with either the parents or each other, and kind of being the mediator for them.
How do you do that? That's something that I've been wanting to practice and do. I know that takes an immense amount of patience and
yeah. So, you have to start the conversation by not blaming them for anything, because that's always the biggest thing. If they feel like they're being blamed, they're not going to open up about it. Mm. So going in with that open mind and saying, look, I'm here, I'm on your side. I'm not saying it, you're right, she's right. And I understand, you have these feelings. And it's just being empathetic, but also not, confirming what they believe, because sometimes what they believe isn't the truth and sometimes it is. But it's just about letting them talk, because the biggest thing is people feel like they're not heard and that there's no one listening to them. And so I knew that was a big issue with my one sister. She felt like no one was listening to her. She felt she was just saying stuff and nobody cared what she had to say.
Let me not be rude. I can hear you, but it's different when you have on the head.
Yeah.
Yep. Way to go, Gary. And I'm learning, by the way, when you talk about mending relationships and being a mediator and whatnot, how to carry yourself in that way. Yeah, you're teaching me a lot when it comes to that. That's something I know a lot of people, when their family goes from broken home to everyone spread apart and no longer talking, I know those tools could be useful.
Yeah. And I mean, it's just, and sometimes you have to be that mediator all the way up until the point where they'll talk. And because I know for my sisters, it was just a long process of finally getting to the point where they both felt like they didn't need to hear I'm sorry from the other person, because they realized that they were both at fault for different things. And it was just, was like, hey, it's like a brand new book. You guys pretend you don't even know each other. You're still sisters, but just pretend like none of that happened in the past and start anew. Because that's the only way you're going to come back together.
That's a path you have to take when you kind of find yourself and you're on when your journey finally awakens and you can kind of see your path. It could be a little blurry, but that's what happens, and you got to see things as brand new.
Exactly. Yeah.
Your perspective changes and everything. You're ready to take in things. You're ready to face challenges.
Yeah.
That you haven't before. Well done on that part.
Thank you.
All right. So how far did you take this?
So then that year we had about 20 people for Thanksgiving. I cooked 2 turkeys, the mashed potatoes.
Went out there like a caveman and hunted your turkey down?
No, that year I wasn't able to, so I did try hunting. And for whatever reason, none of the turkeys walked onto our property that year.
Okay.
I wanted to so bad, but just didn't work out. And I think that year I had stuffed the turkey with bacon on the inside of the skin, so it had the bacon flavor in the turkey meat. It was really good.
You seasoned your turkey?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right.
My own rub. Not...
For real?
Yeah, for real. I make my own rubs for everything. For whenever I'm cooking, I'll just mix it myself. And so it's a lot of fun. When you're doing that for other people and you're bringing that right kind of energy, it definitely tastes in the food, because you're doing it for the right reasons. You're not just, I'm cooking this because it's another holiday and I'm all stressed out. I'm cooking it because I want to bring my family together. I want them to have a good time.
There's love in that food.
No stress. Exactly. Yeah.
There's some love in that food. I don't need everyone's cooking.
No.
And there has to be some love in that food from that person, or else I'll sit there and just starve.
Yeah.
Like if I don't trust your hands or what you're feeding me, because that nourishes my body.
Right.
And like you said, you going out and doing all that for your family and putting extra love into it and know what you're doing, it's the energy that connects with that.
Right.
Yeah, so well done with that, man. Again,
Yeah.
I'm go ahead, continue.
Yeah, so I mean, it's just fun to do. And then like this year I did lasagna for Christmas and all from scratch, noodles, sauce, everything. And that was just fun to see people enjoy that because they've never had that before, all from scratch. And like my father-in-law, when he tasted, he go, first bite, I don't even know what I'm experiencing with different flavors, you know? So it's great. It's fun to do. Obviously not everyone's good at cooking, but there are other ways to bring your family together through the holidays if that's something that you guys like to do. I just find it easier because it gives people a reason to get together without having a reason.